birthday, Dr. APJ! And on your 88th birthday, we're so excited to be here to celebrate it. And if you guys are new here, welcome back to Grow with the J.A.N family.
I'm Anjali, and today we're going to be reacting to 10 incredible facts about APJ.
Yes. And Prime Minister Modi has tweeted about Dr. APJ, and I'm just going to read that wonderful tweet that he said. A humble tribute to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Ji on his birth anniversary. He's dreamed of an able and capable India of the 21st century and has made his own special contributions in this direction. His ideal life will always inspire the countrymen, and that's what the Prime Minister tweeted. India salutes Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Ji on his Jayanti, so on his birthday. And that's just amazing. And we know he's done many things, and we also know a little bit about that he's like known as the Rocket Man, so very smart. And we're excited to learn more facts about him and celebrate his birthday. So let's start up this video.
Dream is not something you see in sleep. Dream is something that does not let you sleep. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Yep.
In this episode, we're taking a look at one of the greatest heroes to all, if not most, Indians, more popularly known simply as APJ Abdul Kalam, a man who came from humble beginnings and rose up as the leader of a nation. What's happening, everybody? My name is Leroy Kenton. Welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts, and throughout this video, I'll be referring to APJ Abdul Kalam most times as Dr. APJ, and he's literally our most requested topic right now. Like, we have pages of requests from people asking us to do a video on Dr. APJ.
And I'm glad
people
you guys
like
told us it was his
Gul,
birthday.
Shivam Kumar, Josh Gamer MC, Tech Hub MEA, Jeshwant Reddy, Mani Dwivedi, Kanishk Rawat, Young Homie, Anurag Dubey, and Pal Piali. And that is just a few of you guys. Now, before we officially begin with this video, I want to ask you guys, what or who inspires you? Beginning with the early life of Dr. APJ, APJ Abdul Kalam was born on the 15th of October in 1931 in British India. He was born in a region that is now called Tamil Nadu. In his early years, Dr. APJ spent a lot of his time studying mathematics, which led to a fulfilling career as a scientist. He came up from a poor background, and he actually had to start working at a very early age just to supplement their family's income. For work, he distributed newspapers after school, and his father, Janulabdin, had no schooling at all. However, he did own a ferry, and he took Hindu pilgrims back and forth between Dhanuskodi and his hometown of Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. Dr. APJ attended the Madras Institute of Technology and graduated in the year 1960. After that, he joined the Aeronautical Development Establishment of the Defense Research and Development Organization, or in short, the DRDO. And then following that, in the year 1969, he was transferred to work for the ISRO, and that is the Indian Space Research Organization. Now, from there, that is when his whole career skyrocketed. He was the project director of India's first satellite launch vehicle, the SLV-3, which had successfully deployed the Rohini satellite in near-Earth orbit on July 1980. He was heavily involved in India's military missile developments, and for that, Dr. APJ was nicknamed the Missile Man. And yeah, he really earned this name because of his work in the development of ballistic missiles and launch vehicle technology. I mean, this guy was like a gifted, talented genius. So why is this development so important in terms of ballistic missiles? Well, it gave India another tool that allowed them to have a great tactical advantage rather than using the standard cruise missiles. The main advantage is that ballistic missiles can fly above the atmosphere and travel very quickly. Just to give you an idea, a target at 10,000 kilometers away would be hit in 30 minutes. Because of the efforts of Dr. APJ, India's Pokhran 2 nuclear tests in 1998 were advanced much more quickly quickly as well. Because you see, the previous nuclear test that was done by India was back in the year 1974. So that's more than 20 years prior. As I mentioned before, he is just a natural gifted genius. So it's no surprise that he was a recipient of honorary doctorates from 40 universities.
Whoa,
That's 40.
no way.
Okay, and check this. His impact as a scientist was so great that in the country of Switzerland, May 26 is considered Science Day to commemorate Dr. APJ's visit to
amazing.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Wow, he even has a national day in another country based off of him. Now, there's so many other facets to his career as a scientist, but I want to quickly touch on his career in politics. Dr. APJ served as the 11th president of India. He won the 2002
Yeah.
presidential election, and he was in office from the 25th of July 2002 to the 25th of July 2007. And because of his humble attitude and demeanor, he also earned another nickname, the People's President. But surprisingly to me, and I'm sure to many others as well, although he achieved so much, Dr. APJ was never married. At the presidential residence, the Rashtrapati Bhavan, his hairstylist Ahmed asked him why he never got married, and his response was this: "I was married. I was married to the missile."
To his
And that
work.
was just
Yeah.
solid
Definitely
confirmation
dedicated.
that Dr. APJ was committed to serving his nation. Everyone on this planet has a different calling, and for Dr. APJ, it was advancing his country. Now, APJ Abdul Kalam didn't just love his work. He was a great lover of poetry, most specifically Tamil poetry. He could play the veena as well as he could recite
That's
the
amazing.
Quran and the Bhagavad Gita, as well as he knew the Holy Scriptures very well. The religion he did identify with, though, was Islam. Now, we can't fit all the information about his life in just
No.
one video, but I do recommend his autobiography that was written. It's called Wings of Fire. It was first published in English, but has since then been translated into more than 13 languages. He was a prolific writer and wrote about 15 books. The subject matters on those books range from nuclear physics to his spiritual experiences. You can clearly see why this man was and still is an inspiration to many people. And I haven't even touched on the amount of awards that he received. In the year 1997, he received the Bharat Ratna, which is the highest civilian award in the country of India, as well as here are some of the
many,
other
and I'm sure
awards that
that's not
he's
all of
won.
them.
But
Yeah.
sadly, all great things do come to an end in this life. While delivering a lecture at the Indian Institute of Management, Dr. APJ collapsed and died from apparent cardiac arrest on the 27th of July 2015. He was 83 years old at the time. But his legacy will continue to live on in the hearts and minds of many people, as well as through his writings and videos made after him. The life of Dr. APJ even inspired one Hindi film. The movie was called I Am Kalam. In it, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is portrayed as an extremely positive influence to a poor boy named Chotu, who later on renames himself Kalam in honor of the man who inspired him. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This episode of FTD Facts was brought to you by Grammarly.com. Join the hundreds of other FTD Facts users that have started using Grammarly.com. This software allows you to improve your English skills a lot. It checks spelling, grammar, and punctuation errors. So whether you use it for school or work or whatever, there's always going to be a benefit for you, even if you're a fluent English speaker like myself that think you know everything about the English language. So I have the link to that down below. You can start using it for free. There are many ways that we can live our lives, and one of the main lessons that we can learn from the life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is that no matter how simple, poor, or insignificant you may be, with a burning desire and a strong hope and faith in what you believe in, fueled by genuine love, you can achieve great
So
things.
true.
Yeah.
A symbol of
So
hope
true.
and inspiration, not just to the people of India, but also to the rest of the world. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's legacy will continue to live on for generations to come.
It's amazing. Just amazing.
If you want to
All right, that was, I'm sure, just a small glimpse into his life, into the things that he did, accomplished as a scientist, as the president of India, as a speaker, as a poet. I feel like, it was just a tiny window that we just saw. But it did have some great facts and a few things that we didn't know. So my favorite thing I love is that he came from a simple life, had to work as a young child to help the family, and then dedicated his life to science, and started working in the ISRO and doing these missiles, became the missile man, and then became the president, and has done many things in between, and is just recognized at a lot of universities as such a great person. And it's nice. I like to see these stories when people come from the ground up and they make to be these amazing people. It reminds me a little bit of Modi, how he came, his dad was a tea seller and he used to help his dad sell tea, and now he's the prime minister of India. And those stories just makes you believe that if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. It doesn't matter, poor, rich, your background, your religion, your country. If you have a mind for it, right, you dream it, right, he said. If you can dream it, then it's yours. So what did you like, Anji?
So I liked how somebody asked him, why weren't you married? And he said, I am married. I'm married to the missile. And so you can really see his progress going on, how many years of science he did and how he's dedicating his whole life to his country.
Yeah. And just, because of his science background, and he helped, with making these missiles, it kind of, helped India military wise, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure science wise, too. He worked for the ISRO, and kind of seemed to put his stamp in a lot of different places. And the fact that another country has a day off for work because of him, and he was recognized by many universities, just amazing work that he's done, and so many great things for the country. And they called him, when he was the president, the people's man. And I think that's makes true for these leaders that grew up in poor and had to work their way and struggle to get where they needed to be, but they had a dream, and they made it happen. And I feel like those people remember what it was like to maybe not have enough money, or not have enough food, or have to work when you're little to help out with the family. And so that just makes them a great leader. And, he has those many things behind him, science and politics. And the other thing, he is such a great inspiration for everyone. His religion is Islam, and yet India came first always. India is his country first, and this is what I'm doing for the country, and then my religion, and everything else after that. So, we've done a few different speeches and seen different things from other Muslims, and, Dr. Syed Akibardin, when he defended India. Those are the things that are amazing. Those are the things that make everybody proud. It shouldn't matter your religion, and it shouldn't matter what state you come from, and you're an Indian first, and everything else comes after. And when you defend India, and you love India, and you support India, that's all that matters. And that's what makes, Dr. APJ great, that he does so many great things, and, through science for India, and then became the president and worked for the people, to make India great. And, just all those dreams of his hopefully came true, and we are thinking about him on his 88th birth anniversary, and hopefully he's shining down on India today and smiling. So I hope you guys like this.
And if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button down below, because the more you like, the more YouTube shares our videos.
And join our wonderful family, and we'll see you
tomorrow.
Bye.